Alrighty guys, welcome to another episode of LEGO Batman the video game for the PC. In the last episode we started Chapter 2, and in this episode, get this, we're going to continue on with Chapter 2. So yeah, we're going to continue on with the next two levels in Chapter 2, which are going to be Under the City and another level that you'll see when we get there. This is actually going to be a pretty beefy episode because these two levels are actually pretty damn long, so anyway. Waylon Jones, aka Killer Croc, was born with a terrible medical condition that warped his body into reptilian form. Reading. Having turned against humanity, he possesses extraordinary strength and is immune to toxins. What a good fella. Also guys, let me know for question of the day, who is your favorite Batman author? Oh, Crocky, mate. It's crazy. Yeah, that's aura though. that is some insane aura right there. Alright, there we go. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Give me some money. So yeah, as for who I think is like the best Batman author, I mean, it's obviously, hold on, just give me 1 second. Motherfucker, okay. It's obviously really hard to actually nail down who is the best Batman author, because it's all going to come down to how do you really think Batman should be portrayed, how do you think he should be written, that kind of thing. As for me, I would say personally, probably my favorite Batman author is probably Scott Snyder. But like, even then, like I have been absolutely I've been taking a liking to Mark Waid's portrayal of Batman, because I've been reading Mark Waid's Batman and Robin Year One. And that story so far, I'm like 6 issues in, that story so far has been incredible. I've been very, very much enjoying that story. So yeah, if you do want like a more recent Batman comic to read, hold on. Oh my gosh, why did he do that? Hold on. Robin's such a pain in the ass, dude, like genuinely. Damn it! Can I at least do it with Batman? He doesn't have these like fucking cartwheel Why the hell? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, if you do want like a more recent Batman comic to read, I like wholeheartedly recommend Batman and Robin Year One by Mark Waid. It's still ongoing. There's still a couple more issues that are going to come out, but so far, it's been really, really good. I really like the way Mark Waid has been writing Batman, and it is Dick Grayson, obviously. I really like the way that he writes their relationship. Like, it does feel more like a Silver Age comic, if that makes any sense. Like, it's kind of low-key. It has Two-Face in it. But, like, the main villain is a mobster. It's not like one of Batman's, like, zany arch nemesis, like the Riddler or Joker or anybody like that. Like, it's just a mobster. And it's really interesting. Like I said, I've been really, really enjoying it so far. So if you do want a comic to read, definitely check out Batman and Robin Year One by Mark Waid. That story has been very, very good so far. But obviously, there are so many. Like, I know Grant Morrison's going to be a really popular choice. I haven't really read enough of Grant Morrison's Batman to really like form an opinion on it. Like, what I have read is really good. Grant Morrison's Batman run really focuses on the psychological aspect of Batman. Like, you know, especially when you're talking like stuff like Batman R.I.P. and stuff like that. Like, it really focuses more on like the psychological aspect of Batman. And I feel like that's something that a lot of writers kind of don't really focus on, which is weird because even like Scott Snyder doesn't really like hone in on that, which is kind of odd. Which I mean, like, it's nothing, not really knocking it. It's just saying that that's not really what they really focus on. Which I mean, to be fair, Scott Snyder did kind of focus on that a lot. That is kind of weird that I said that because a lot of Scott Snyder's run has has a lot to do with Batman's psyche. Because like you look at stuff like Court of Owls, where like a big point of contention in that story arc is that like Batman supposedly is supposed to know everything about Gotham, but then like here comes this like underground organization that Batman somehow has not figured out in like all his years of being the Caped Crusader. It's like he hasn't found this out. And then obviously Death of the Family, which is a really disturbing story. Yeah, it definitely focuses on obviously like what the Bat family means to Batman. Because like obviously I've talked a lot about Scott Snyder's run. I haven't actually finished it. I've read all of Court of Owls, Death of the Family, and Zero Year. I've read a little bit of Endgame, but I haven't finished it, and I haven't read Super Heavy or like the ending arcs of Scott Snyder's run, which I need to because man, like those three, like Death of the Family, Court of Owls, and Zero Year are, especially Zero Year. I would say Zero Year is probably my favorite, which I know is probably a bit of a controversial take because I don't think a lot of people really like Zero Year, but I don't know. I tend to kind of stick to myself when it comes to comic book opinions because that's one thing I've kind of noticed about comics is, man, people can get really emotional at times, but on the other hand, like the comic book like landscape, like I think is really friendly. I've had a lot of really good interactions with people in the comic book community. The only thing that like the only like bad experience I've had really was on Reddit. I went to Reddit because I was looking for Green Lantern recommendations, and like the dude responded to me. It was like, you didn't just want to look it up. Like, it's like I wanted to read Jeff Johns, a lot of Jeff Johns Green Lantern, and like dude was like, you didn't just want to look up the list on DC, which you can find by looking up the link. Like I mean like, come on, dude. I was like, okay, what the fuck, man? Like, look. All right, one thing I will say. Because obviously, like, I'm nowhere near like well versed in comics as like a lot of other people are. Like I only started reading comics a couple years ago. But it's like we have to stop acting like that comics are like super easy to get into. Like I do think it's a lot easier to get into it as more than I think some people will admit. But like it is very daunting at first, and it can be really confusing. So like my advice is to really just not pay too much mind to it. Continuity issues are gonna pop up as you go from like run to run to run. Like you read Batman. Like Batman has been around for like nearly 90 years. Like Batman's been around for a very long time. Like there's a lot of stuff that is either just not canon anymore or is different from different interpretations. It's different from Bill Finger's original run. That's different to what Grant Morrison did, which is different to what Scott Snyder did, which is different to what Tom King did, which is different to what Ed Brubaker did, which is different to what Chip Zdarsky did. Like it's confusing, but like let's help these people. Like, let's give them comic book recommendations. Like, all right, what do you like? What characters do you like? You know, that kind of thing. It's like, I started by reading Batman comics. I looked up, like, what are some good Batman recommendations to start out? I pick up Batman Year One by Frank Miller, which is 100% what I think if you want to read... Motherfucker, can I build it? Thank you. Like, 100%, I think that's what... I just wasted my damn time. Okay. 100%, I think that's what you should start reading if you want to read Batman. Just start with Batman Year One, and then I would say just pick whatever looks interesting. I mean, some recommendations. I think I went from Batman Year One to Batman to Scott Snyder's run. That's how I went, and then from that, like the next like major thing I read was Batman: The Man Who Laughs by Ed Brubaker, which I think is an incredibly underrated comic. Like, it's like what 60 pages or something, and it details like the first time Batman and Joker met, and it's an amazing comic book. It is an amazing comic book. And I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Like Ed Brubaker has some really good stuff. But anyway, we are fighting good old Killer Croc. Kind of went on a tangent for most of this level. Come on, bitch. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, that is a toilet. Shit! Okay. It's all good. Nope. And there we go. We going to the zoo, boys. So there we go. We beat the good old Croc. And yeah, we unlocked the last of Robin's suits. Look at there. I don't think we'll ever use that suit again. Yeah, we're actually doing relatively decent when it comes to studs, surprisingly. Alright, let's move on though. We're heading to into the zoo, or in the zoo, something like that. I don't know what it's called. Dr. Kirk Langstrom, aka Man-Bat, was an expert in mammalian... See there, man, how the fuck they expect kids to read this shit? Biology, who tested a serum on himself to try to cure his growing deafness. Unfortunately, the serum turned him into a man-sized bat, making him super strong, giving him the ability to fly. Isn't this level called Zookeepers or something like that? I don't fucking find out. Frogs, really? Zoo's Company. There we go. Alright. I was like, give me 1 second. Alright, yep. Okay, we're good. The level actually didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. Alright. But yeah, definitely let me know who is y'all's favorite comic book writer. And if you want to, you can go ahead and you can talk about like what is your favorite story by that author. Just for me, like we're talking Scott Snyder, definitely, like I said, probably 0 Year, but like all 3 of like the full arcs that I've read from Scott Snyder are very, very good. And I mean, hey, if you wanna say Frank Miller, that's cool, but you really only have 2 options. Cause yeah, like obviously it goes without saying, like Batman Year One is phenomenal, and obviously Dark Knight Returns is one of the greatest comics ever made. Oh my gosh, The Dark Knight Strikes Again is bad. I haven't finished The Dark Knight Strikes Again. I don't know if I'm going to. Oh yeah, he also wrote All-Star Batman and Robin. I have actually read that book. Oh my god. That comic is indeed something. That comic is very much something. Nuts, I'll show you nuts. I'm the damn Batman. Okay. I'm just saying, Frank Miller has a way with Batman. We'll just say. Because like genuinely like Batman Year One, I don't think it's a controversial opinion one bit to say that like that is like one of the greatest Batman comics ever made. Like it is truly remarkable. Dude, God, Robin. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I do have the glide suit. I'm stupid. I'm just a little bit special. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, that's right, back here. But yeah, and obviously Dark Knight Returns. Like that's obviously what like Zack Snyder was trying to go for with his Batman. Dude. Yeah, he did not quite succeed, to say the very least. He did not quite succeed. Because obviously look, I don't like Batman versus Superman. I don't like that movie. I don't really even like Man of Steel. Like, I'm really not trying to beat a dead horse. I did really like Justice League. I did really like Scott Snyder. Damn it. Motherfuckers have two similar names, dude. Zack Snyder. There we go. Like, I did really like Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. I just don't like his Batman. Like, you can make all these arguments, like, oh, it's part of his character arc and shit. It's like, dude, you can have killing be a part of Batman's character arc and still have it make sense. Look at Batman Under the Red Hood, for example. Like, you can make that work at the fucking Arkham games. Like, you can make, like, having, like, the idea of Batman killing be a part of his character arc and not have him actually do it, because it's been done before. Like, you know, he tried to do it in a, you know, technical way. You know, he shoots the canister and it blows up, and it's like, motherfucker, that's still killing. Like, come on. Look, I'm not trying to be a dead horse. I genuinely do like Zack Snyder. I really, really love 300. And like I said, I do like his cut of Justice League. But, like, fuck. That is a... Oh boy. Alright, hold on. I'm just saying, I'm a lot happier with the direction DC is going right now. I did start watching Peacemaker, by the way. I did start watching that, and I am very much enjoying it so far. I'm 2 episodes in season 1 at the moment. Need to get back on that. Maybe I can catch back up before the season ends. Because the next like major DC project we have is Lanterns, I'm pretty sure. Oh, motherfucker. Because yeah, we have Lanterns coming out early next year. And apparently there's some kind of project that that just randomly appeared on DC's website slated for a May release. Like, that could either be Lanterns, it could be they moved Supergirl's release date up, or it could be maybe another animated movie or an animated project. There's no telling. But because like it's really weird. I find it really fucking weird that Lanterns doesn't have a release date yet. Because like we have a release date for Supergirl, and it's already been confirmed Lanterns is coming before Supergirl. So, I don't really know what the fuck's going on with that. But I am extremely excited for Lanterns. I need that show to be good. I need it to be good. Like, the fact that it's going, like, the main Green Lantern's going to be John Stewart, I am super down for that. John Stewart's awesome. Like, he's the Green Lantern that I really grew up, because I did watch a bit of the Justice League animated series, and John Stewart was the Green Lantern in that show. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. And obviously gonna get to see Guy Gardner again. Very much looking forward to that. Shit, okay. Can we land on this? There we go. Oh, okay. And bounce on lily pads. Pretty sure we get a mini kit for this. Okay, nope. Yeah, it's interesting. This is the only time, really, in like basically the entire game that we actually kind of get to see Gotham in like a daytime setting. That's interesting. I never really caught on to that. 'Cause, I mean, it's very clearly daytime in here, which is weird because next level we go back to fucking pitch black night. Oh, come on, we can 100% hit superhero status. Oh. Yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing all that again. Oh, never mind, there it went. That's the thing, I could have swore there was a fucking mini kit for all this. Alright. Anyway, let's go into the boat. Kobe? Let my boy. Yeah, Batman. You know, I mean, he's a bat and he's a man, so he's Batman. There's nobody else named Batman. Don't look into that. Okay, shit. Okay. So yeah, we're over here fighting good old Man Bat. We gotta play some tunes for him. And feeling a little Jack Nicholson. And he's gonna chuck a fucking bomb. And no, he will not have that ability when we unlock him. Alright. And there we go. Bop, bam, fuck. Oh man, what? And I died. Hold on. Turn that off. Yeah, I lost a lot of money from that. I don't like that. What the hell? Oh my gosh! Or dude just blow my ass up. Holy shit. Yeah, eventually those bombs would go off on their own. Okay, there we go. Phew. That's right, bitch. Poor fella. Could he not just, like, untuck the wings? Alright, there we go. Hell yeah there, 500K. Hell yeah. So yeah. Look at there. So made some pretty good progress there. Oh shit. Y'all doing all right? So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Lego Batman 1. So if you enjoyed this video, please click the link in the description to check out a link to the entire playlist. Also, if you enjoyed this video, maybe go check out my other ongoing playthroughs like Super Mario Galaxy, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. Also, let me know for question of the day, who is your favorite Batman author? And with all that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, everyone.